Okay, you guys. I don't even know what to say.
I can tell.
Before we tried to film a video in the car, but my husband's car is way too loud and there was music playing and we were driving too fast that the audio was all messed up. So now we're filming this again and making it twice as short. And so we're talking about how we met. So how did we meet, honey? You talk about it.
I talk about it?
Yeah, you talk about it. What did we talk about in the video in the first
I know that in the beginning, we were in the same class in middle school.
Yes, I guess this is more of a video that talks about how we started dating, not how we met. But let's first start with how we met. So we met in middle school. We knew of each other in middle school, but it wasn't until high school that we talked. And we're eating Five Guys. Ooh. The quality is so fun to play with on this camera. And so we met in high school again after I totally forgot his existence since middle school. And
Rude to say, but okay. Existence.
well, I knew you were my classmate in middle school, but I never talked to you, and it wasn't until high school again that we met each other again. I didn't even know that you were going to go to the same high school as us. Me. And so, yeah, we met again in high school, and how did we meet again in high school?
In the cafeteria. Like there was like lunch D.
D lunch?
Yeah, D lunch.
Like, it was senior year?
Mhm.
Okay, and then what happened?
I thought you were telling the story. You're supposed to tell the story. Stop being nervous.
I'm trying to remember. Keep forgetting the story.
You were checking me out. You asked for my Snapchat.
So we have instances of when we were kind of flirting. I think you flirted. He thinks I flirted.
I wasn't flirting.
I think he was. And maybe these stories for another time to keep this video short. But it was his birthday in 2016, and I did not know about it, but our friends were like saying it was your birthday or something during lunchtime, and I asked for your Snapchat, and that's the first time we actually started talking to each other, because after school that day, I started the conversation by saying happy birthday to him, and we started just casually chatting and getting to know each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that night, he was telling me how he didn't have a kind of, I guess, a birthday party. You were turning 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 6 months older than him, so I was already 18. And he just turned 18 when I asked for his Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And then, since he didn't have a party or anything, my family, close to the school and close to where he was living, was having a party, and I invited him over and told our friend to drive him over because he knew where my husband lived. And so he drove him over and we talked. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And
But before that,
yeah,
supposedly they were playing a
13.
game. And she lost because they made a bet
Mm-hmm.
about whoever loses has to tell their crush, talk about their crush,
I don't know if it was a crush saying who is
or
their
who'd you
crush,
like.
or who'd you like, or was it just tell a secret? Can't remember.
I think it was
Who did I like?
who
Or
you
who I
like.
had.
I heard.
Yes, it was. We were playing a card game called 13
And she lost because she.
And I lost.
sucks.
that round, and so I had to say who did I like, and so I said, no.
Mm-hmm. But I already kind of knew that she liked me
How?
because the snaps, the way you sent it.
We didn't take pictures of our faces. Did I take pictures of my faces?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
You
remember.
did. She was very flirtatious, and I can tell when a girl likes me.
Before this, there was one time, it was April, prom, and I was dancing, or we were on a party bus together to get to the event, and so I got cold and I asked for this shirt, this jacket. Ooh. I don't know if I asked for your jacket specifically you, or did I said, can I borrow someone's jacket?
No, specifically me.
I don't know why I picked you, honey.
I'm cute.
You look very cute in your tux. And so that happened after, like when we were at prom at the place to dance and I guess hang out with friends, I was dancing just with our group of friends to some nice songs. And he decided to stand behind me. I don't even know how to call him. What kind of dance is that? But he has his hands on my hips. And we were dancing together. Boy. Taste good with that sauce?
Hmm?
Does it taste good with that? Do you want to use the rest of it for the fries or no?
So I was using it for the fries.
Is there another one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's okay. You can.
Why, you want some?
I want to try it. Cajun French fries with. Oh, you can't even see it. Never mind.
Signature sauce.
Yes, McDonald's signature sauce. We had some laying around. But that happened another time after prom. I guess the next month or whatever. I was sitting at lunch and sometimes he would come to my lunch to play 13 with our friend, and he just started, he came up to me next to me and he said, can I, what?
No. Held your hand and said, will you marry me?
No, not that one.
Oh.
That was one instant where he's supposed to be in part of that lunch, and he came, like we were throwing our lunches away, and he held my hand and he said, will you marry me? And since I am a very shy person, I didn't know what to say back, and so I laughed.
I laughed too.
Yes, and he laughed too.
I said with a very straight face.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it was obviously a joke.
Mm-hmm. I remember you had a really straight face
Mhm.
when you said it.
I know.
but all I could do was laugh because I didn't know what to
it's
say.
Funny.
But before that, he sat next to me. He came up to me, he sat next to me. And he wasn't supposed to be at that lunch. And he said, "Will you be my threshold?" or something like that. And also, didn't know what to say, laughed. And you laughed too.
Mm-hmm. I did.
There was this other time, I can't remember what happened.
I know, right?
But this has all happened before his birthday. So you guys leave it in the comments. Who flirt first? Or who started flirting? Was it him or me? I say it's him.
For one, it sounds like it's so one-sided because mostly talking about me, not you.
Well, that's why I'm pausing and eating, so you can have some kind of way to say something.
I only approached because I knew you liked me.
When?
The day of my birthday, duh.
Any other times?
Nope. The other times I just fooled around. Being funny.
And so that's how we got to talking to each other. And then after his birthday, we would constantly text each other. Or not text each other, Snapchat each other. And then we started texting each other because I asked for his number so that we can text.
Exactly. She asked for my Snapchat and my number.
Well, did I ask for your number or you just gave it to... No, I asked.
You asked. See? Who's the forward one then? Mm-hmm.
I admit, that was flirting.
To its max.
But you flirt first.
Let this dry out. No, you flirt first.
No, you did. And then, after asking for his number, we texted. School was still going on, and we kind of hanged out through like his free block where he didn't have to go to a class, where I had a class but I wasn't even doing anything in my class. And then
because end of the year, close to the end.
Close to the end of the year, graduation came around. There was all night grad. He hugged me from behind. We hanged out the entire time, and just we kind of grew together and got close to each other, and we kind of dated.
Mm-hmm.
He never officially asked me to be his girlfriend until when?
Not that I ever did, still.
No, I remember you asked. Talked to you about this before.
We talked about the date. We kind of declared it because we didn't really have a confirmed date. So
Months later, his birthday is in June, and that was the day that I asked for a Snapchat, and so we talked about what day should it be for our anniversary, for when we started dating, and since we didn't want it to be exactly on his birthday, we chose the next day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so June 10th. 2016 is when we started dating. But we didn't talk about it until like months later. And eventually, at first, since I just got through a breakup at that time, like that year, I didn't fall in love with him or started liking him as much as he liked me at the time. So he said, "I love you" first.
No, it's not true.
Story for another time.
That's not true. She's lying.
But he eventually, at the end of the summer, school was approaching, or college was approaching again, and he had to leave in August, the beginning of August, to go to boot camp because he was joining the military. And the day that he left, he called me, and I was crying. I was so sad when you left.
She was bawling.
Yeah. It was really early in the morning when you called, and we were Skyping too throughout the summer, hanged out almost every single day, tried to see each other as much as possible. Excuse me. But the night before you left, we stayed on a Skype call all night, and I did not want to go to sleep, but you made me go to sleep. But yeah, that's how we started dating. And anything else you want to add, honey?
These fries are good.
He loves food.
Mm-hmm.
He lives to eat, or I eat. No, you eat.
I live to eat.
Yeah, you live to eat. I eat to live. But food is very good. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.